December.
December?
Wow.
Is it December?
January 16th today?
Yeah, 16th.
Wow. The month, 15 days. I know.
Okay.
15 days already gone of 2022. What have you been doing for these last 15 days, honey?
I've been podcast. I've been going to work.
Yeah.
I've been eating healthy.
I know.
What have you been doing?
Pretty much the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
I know.
I thought you were doing something different.
Completely different, right? The funny thing is people are like, how do you, it's weird because we talk all the time. We like, there's never silence. Well, there is silence, but sometimes we just read each other's minds.
Yeah, sometimes it's just,
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Happy Sunday and welcome to Sunday Night with Jean-Luc and Nick.
Yes. We are happy to be here again this Sunday. If you're watching us on Instagram or Facebook, you can join us in Zoom. The links are all shared on the social platforms.
Yes.
You can also watch us later. If you're watching us later, you can watch us on YouTube.
And hashtag underneath replay and let us know where you're from or let us know because we love knowing where people are from. We also love knowing what your thoughts are, what you're thinking while you're watching the show.
We had someone from Australia join our group today.
That's what Kim told us.
I know. It's like, woohoo.
We have two people. Well, one lives in Australia, but from the US, but she's been there for years. And then now another person from Australia. So it's fantastic.
So tonight's word of the week, and we have Agnes and Sergio joining us tonight.
Agnes is invisible. She's wearing her invisibility cloak at the moment. She's sitting right beside Sergio. She got one for Christmas.
She'll be joining us shortly. But so tonight's word of the week is couple
or together.
Together. So when those words happen, make sure you drink
some water.
So before we get to talking to Sergio and Agnes, we'll actually catch you guys up a bit on our week. We both have been doing great with our eating. I hope you've been seeing on Instagram our meals.
And on TikTok.
And on TikTok, what we've been sharing in terms of what we're eating. We're trying to be as often and post as often as we can. I've missed some snacks and some meals. I'm not perfect, but I've done the most I can because what's been fun is people saying they were inspired by our meals. And then the next day someone's, I had what you had yesterday.
And I'm not going to lie. My recipes on TikTok are great. I love the fact that I take 3 minutes, cook something up real quick and boom, it's already out there and ready to go. While back in the day, it felt like it took forever for us to actually put out a video and then edit it and this. It's nice, quick and easy. And
Agnes is here.
She took off the invisibility cloak.
Yay! Awesome.
But it's been a great week. We've really been enjoying it. It's really inspired us and it's made us. Thank you, Jana. I'm going to thank Jana for this. It's making us have fun on our journey again. We are finally having fun again on the journey. It's no longer feeling like work. We want to do this.
Yeah, and
that's so cool.
We've been very honest about that. We're not tracking right now. We're still WW members. We're still eating the 0 point foods. We're figuring out a new pattern for ourselves because we've been very honest with you guys from years. We don't like tracking. And so we were like, what can we do instead of tracking? So we said, let's create a plan. And this plan is working.
And it's working right now.
I'm down 1.8 this week.
And I'm down 6.8 this week.
Yeah. So in 2 weeks, both of us have lost. He's lost 13.8
pounds.
And I've lost 14.9 pounds in 2 weeks.
And we're not saying this is like going to be regular. And we know this. We know that
we ate a lot. New Year's Eve.
So falsified weight.
We waited in January 1st after eating a brick of cheese and a full pizza.
And a half a cake.
31st.
And half a cake that I made with real flour, real butter, and real sugar.
And so we ate a lot the night before. So we knew our weights were going to be skyrocketed the next day. So that first weigh-in we did last week was kind of a falsified, catching back up to what we did to ourselves. And then now this week is really, we're seeing the results of our changes and what we're doing in our And
I'll be honest, this week someone asked in Zoom, what did I do this week that was different? So last week I lost 6 pounds. This week I did lose another 6. And this week I just was mindful in what I ate. I ate everything. I ate what I wanted to eat, but I didn't overeat. That was a huge difference.
We're trying to learn that skill of not overeating.
Tough, and that's something that we're learning.
We're learning. So tonight we have
it's not about us anymore.
We have very special guests tonight, and we're so excited.
And so is everybody else.
Agnes and Sergio are with us tonight.
You guys are like extremely famous.
I know. Everybody was like so excited that they were coming on. It was so crazy.
As soon as we announced you guys were coming, it was like, oh my goodness, when are they going to be there? We need to be there for Agnes and Sergio.
So welcome to our show, Agnes and Sergio. Hi.
What's up?
What's up? How are you both doing?
Well, good. Agnes just got home, so she's
literally just walked in the door.
So how was work? Yes, right?
It's the same.
We'll skip that talk then. We'll talk about much better things. How are you both doing?
Do you want to go?
All right.
Yeah,
Doing all right?
Go ahead. You can go.
Yeah, I'm doing all right, I guess.
How was Christmas?
Doing great.
How was Christmas for you both?
I worked on Christmas Day, but we got to spend Christmas Eve with Sergio. Like we swap Christmas every year. One year with my parents, one year with his. So this year was with his family, and it was really nice.
That's awesome. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it.
I love Christmas because you get to enjoy so many foods that you usually don't have.
Yeah.
Like those are all 10 out of 10 for me because I get to go to my parents' house and have these traditional Christmas meals that I don't have usually. And yes, the creme brulee. I love the creme brulee for sure.
Me and you, we would get along extremely well.
I would go to the keg, just order creme brulee.
We'll do it when we can, I promise. It's a date, Sergio.
And, I go to my in-laws, Agnes' parents, and Agnes' mom is like amazing. She cooks amazing food. She's a chef at a Polish restaurant, so it was delicious. It was great.
So from what you just said, I want to ask you a question then. You don't deprive yourself at Christmas. You eat what you want at Christmas.
Well, I don't deprive myself ever.
Love it.
Yeah. At Christmas, I enjoy foods that only comes up during Christmas. Right? Those are the foods I focus on. I mean, there's going to be other foods there that I usually eat, but I don't even look at those because I want to focus on the foods that only December foods kind of thing.
Yeah. They bring you the joy that Christmas brings you, those foods that you're waiting for that time of year.
It's almost like the food brings on memories, brings on tradition, and it makes you feel like it's the season. 'Tis the season, right?
So before we even let's talk about your journeys. So I want to know, introduce yourselves, where you're from, talk about your journeys, where you started, how you decided to change your life. Just give us a synopsis of who Agnes and Sergio are.
Okay. Well, I first joined WW Weight Watchers back then in my mid-20s. I joined with my boss actually, and we would just during lunch we would walk to a meeting. It was like the basement of a church. I think a lot of them were held there at Yonge and St. Clair. So we would just walk there, and we did that for maybe a year. I didn't have very much to lose at that time, but I never actually made it to the goal. But I was pretty close, and then I just kind of stopped, and then I had moved in with this guy. Like I was with him for 10 years, and over those 10 years, I put on a shitload of weight.
And it wasn't this guy? No, not him, right?
Not yet. He was not yet in the picture.
Okay.
No. This was like in my 20s. Okay. From 20 to pretty much 20 to 30. And I put on a lot of weight. I put on, I would say, like 70 pounds.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Over like that course. And then when we ended up getting together, I was at my heaviest. I was like just about 210 pounds. And he asked me.
I was 207 pounds.
Okay.
He just one day was like, I want to lose some weight. What do you suggest that I do? And because I had success with WW back then, that's what I just kind of suggested it to him. And he goes, okay. And so we kind of joined together. And actually, I think we had one account, didn't we?
That's the water word of the day. Agnes missed it.
Together is the word of the day. So every time you say the word together or
everybody
couple, has to take a drink of water.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I think our name was like Agnes and Sergio.
Yeah, I was stuck.
One account.
I was stuck in the WW app with Agnes Sergio for a long time until you could be able to change it back, and I put it Sergio. But yeah, sorry.
But Sergio was really focused on it, and like he'll tell you about his goal and his journey. But I struggled a lot. Like I have a thing where I go up and I go down. I just yo-yo so much. Like if I lose a certain amount of weight, it's like reward myself with the things that I really I was depriving myself from, and then I just kind of creep back up, and you know what I mean. So it's like I've been doing that for 4 years now. Oh, now that last week I'm stopping now.
Yeah.
She doesn't give herself enough grace. She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
And
She's been
that's
doing amazing, yeah, for sure. And and she cooks like great food, healthy food. She's a champion in the kitchen. Like food that she makes it's like, yeah. I wouldn't be able to make that. I would never picture myself eating tofu or just focusing on veggies and stuff like that. And she's amazing with that, right? Or
That's
rice
awesome.
noodles. Like I would never eat rice noodles, right? If it wasn't for Agnes making it. So I'm so thankful that she makes that, that kind of food that we can both enjoy, and the kids too. But no, kids are kids.
Yeah.
And that's the benefit of being together on a journey somewhat, is when you have somebody who's on your side helping you out, and they don't even realize how much they're helping you out in that sense.
So true. We do help each other, even though we are in individual journeys. We still work together. She keeps me accountable. I keep her accountable as well. Sometimes I do have to take some things out of her mouth. We have fun with that. It's nothing, evil. We have fun with that. But I do know how to give her space as well, and she gives me space, which is amazing that we can have people in the same house, but yet still do the journey together, kind of thing, right?
Well, that's I think that's one of the key things. Like Wes, when we a lot of people look at us and say, "Wow, you guys are doing it together." But if you're not on the same page, and not supporting each other, then it's not going to work either. But you're both supporting each other in the ways that helps each other out.
And understanding being on the same page, but on different paragraphs is still the same page, right?
Yes.
In the sense that you guys are following along in the same book, but you might be at different parts of the book, which is okay. And learning how to traverse that journey at the same time still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great to have people in the same house that we can focus on the healthy part of us.
It is helpful, even though he, like you said, he's in a different paragraph than I am, but it is very helpful, because if he wasn't, and I'm speaking from like seeing family members where they don't have a partner that's supportive, and it's a lot harder. Like they bring in, I bring snacks for the kids that he really likes sometimes, but we kind of like, we respect the fact that, okay, I'll say, do you want this? And he says no. So then I won't bring it. But other people, if they're not on the journey, they would bring whatever they want to eat. And then that might, kind of trigger the person who's actually trying to stay on the journey.
It's definitely a blessing, for sure.
Yeah, so true. It's so hard when it is a much more juggling when people don't understand what you're going through and what you're trying to accomplish. Yeah. When someone does understand it, even though if they're not on the journey with you, but they can understand that you have goals and you have intentions that you want to do things, and they can support you, it's a lot smoother and less and you don't feel like you're being sabotaged.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, the sabotage word, for sure. We do not sabotage each other. We help each other. We uplift each other. We give each other space too, right? If Agnes feels like eating cookies, I'm not gonna say, "What are you doing?" kind of thing, right?
And that's amazing, because you don't want to be the police either. You don't want to be you don't want to become a couple where the other one's always nagging the other about doing something that's not.
We're still gonna have it, but just hidden.
Yeah,
right? We don't want to hide things from each other. Right?
There's this donut place at Warden Station. So whenever I do Warden, I always bring kids these they're like big, really nice donuts. And then I brought him one. He's like, "Don't buy this again." No, it's so good, but don't buy it again.
Thank you for that one, but not again. It's it's like those specialty donuts that has the shebang. Yeah, that's.
I enjoyed it, but don't bring it again. It was dangerously good, for sure. Yeah.
So Sergio, 10
out of 10, but don't bring it back.
So Sergio, I was just wondering, so what about your journey? So you met Agnes and then you came into WW with her because you're a coach now. So how did your trajectory lead you to where you're at today? How did that get you to where you're at now?
Well, the reason I wanted to start a diet at the beginning, it was because my knees were in so much pain. I love running, but I couldn't run. And we have kids, and every time they fall asleep, in the car. I would have to pick them up and bring them up 3 sets of stairs, and my knees were burning. And a lot of times when I was trying to play with them and chase them, I would lose my breath. And so, shit kind of hit the fan kind of thing. And I had to make certain changes. So that's when I asked Agnes. And the first time I joined the WW, I went up the stairs of Loblaws and I looked through these glass doors and windows. And it was only the ladies in there.
Yes.
Right? And
same. Loblaws.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Yeah. So I looked at the door and I'm like, I'm not even gonna go in. And I saw a person coming towards me, the coach at the time. She opened the door. She goes, "Are you looking for WW Weight Watchers?" And I said, "Yes." She goes, "Come on in." I'm like, oh, "Shit, what's happening?" Oh, I go in and it's all ladies, right? I'm like, "Wow, what am I doing here?" It was amazing to be midst of all the ladies because you girls don't have any walls, right? You share, right? And that's what inspired me, right? Like, man, we have these walls in front of us that, everything's okay, even though it's not okay. Those walls make it seem like it's okay. Mm-hmm. We have a hard time coming out of those walls, right? You girls, you just share. And that motivated me, that inspired me. And then, of course, starting to lose weight, and I got back into my running. And that was July, August, and then by December, I reached goal. And by January, I reached lifetime, and it was an amazing beginning of my journey, finishing that journey and continuing another journey, which is lifetime. I always tell my members that lifetime is the hardest thing because you have to weigh off, and it's harder to be able to sustain that for a long period, right? Forever. So it's hard being lifetime and not having to lose any weight, right? There's no excitement, right? I always tell my members that I actually gain weight on purpose, a few pounds, so I can lose that. I can challenge myself to lose that weight, so I can have that, that spark in my fire.
When he was doing maintenance, we were in Cuba for a week, and he actually like did it. I was so shocked because
I was on a cruise and I didn't make it.
But I still had my, my tequila and my rum and my food. Every morning I would walk in the beach. It was in a different place. Yes, balance, exactly. That's the dancing.
But I love what you just said there, Sergio. I love how you said I would even gain weight to make sure that I was able to do it again.
Yes.
And I love that whole mentality of, we don't even have to have that mentality in the sense, but it's great to be in that mode where you can say,
I'm always trying to lose.
I'm always able to do this. Yes. And keeping in that mindset, doesn't matter where I am on the journey, I can always do this.
I have a funny story to share. So as all of you know, Jean-Luc and Nick
used to... Not about me, is it?
No.
Okay.
Jean-Luc and Nick used to visit studios. When we started our first tour, Sergio was on Connect, and I remember when he had commented on a poster somehow, and I remember meeting him for the first time at what's the name of the location? I know it's Concord. Yep. And we met him there, and we've been there twice now. We had it on there twice, but I still remember the first time we talked because I was like, it's a guy coach.
We were so excited that it was a male coach. Like,
we're going to see a guy coach.
Because that whole idea too, Sergio, it was so funny for us walking into our first WW workshop.
No men.
It was all women.
Yeah.
And to know and thank every single woman out there.
Some who still follow us
to this day. Because you probably feel the same way. How accepting and loving these individuals are in this workshop.
Yeah.
In all workshops.
Yeah.
We never felt like because we were men, we were looked at differently.
Or because we were gay.
Even though at times, I'm sure you got this as well, when you're like, yeah, I lost 3 pounds this week. And they're all like, again? Because,
all the time.
Right? All the time.
You know what? You should share the story of when he reached goal.
Please.
Okay. All right. So I reached goal Christmas Eve.
Wow.
So my center was closed. Well, the place that I was going in Loblaws was closed, right? We had to look for another place. And we found another Loblaws not far. And we went in and it was packed. And I there's only one chair. I offered to Agnes. She says, no, you go in because, you reach goal or blah, blah, blah. She stayed by the door and I sat down beside a person, right? and I'm sitting down and everybody's complaining about all parties, work parties, family parties. And I'm like hiding in my shirt because, I reached goal. I want to say I reached goal, but everybody's complaining about the weight and, all this food, right? And back of the class, right by the doors, Agnes has her hand up, and I see her hand up. I'm like, oh shit, here we go.
She outed you.
She did. She goes, I just want to say that my husband, and he's right there. Obviously, I'm the only guy there, right? My husband is here. He reached goal today, and I was red.
I knew he wasn't gonna say anything. I knew it. And I'm like, no, you deserve this, and you need to.
He needs to celebrate. It doesn't matter who's. And I love that you did that for him, because getting that celebration, it was important that day to get. So that's an amazing thing to do for him.
And
it was awesome.
100%.
That is the best. That is an awesome story. And the fact that you did it on, did you say Christmas Eve? I'm just reiterating that. Christmas Eve to reach goal is incredible.
I ate like half the fridge Christmas Eve normally.
But it's incredible. But it goes to show you, and I love that you just stated that it doesn't matter what time of year. No. We put so much pressure, and we talked about this last weekend about cycles and how we see patterns in our life and how we have to delve into these patterns and really analyze them and work with them and not against them, right? We have to work with ourselves and be proud of who we are at every single moment.
I love what Agnes shared earlier, saying that she's the roller coaster, because that's life. I think like we've come to terms with the fact that we will be on the roller coaster for the rest of our lives. We are food addicts. We know our cycle is December. We always gain weight. It's just, we love food and we go to town when we eat in December. We eat the entire house, store, his mom's house, my mom's house. Like we know where my mom hides all her chips. And we eat like 16 bags. Like we go to town, but we've come to terms with that. We didn't come to terms with that back in the day. Back in the day, we used to get mad at ourselves for those gains in that time of year. Now we just forgive ourselves. And what it's done is now January comes along and we go back to what we did do. And we just go back to what we did.
There's a really good question in chat from Leslie here, Sergio. And it said, did it change the mood in the room? And did they celebrate with you?
100%.
Yeah, definitely. They celebrated with me.
Yeah.
And, everybody was clapping, everybody was smiling, feeling good, and totally changed from I'm complaining about to maybe I can celebrate too, kind of thing, right? Everybody jumped in the wagon because I was celebrating, my wife was celebrating, so totally changed the mood for sure.
I love that.
And I love what you just said there. Celebrating for others changes your mindset. Yes. So make sure you reach out to those who are celebrating their wins, because it will make you feel better. And that's so important. It's not just when you're, especially when you're alone on the journey, if you celebrate other people's wins, you will feel that energy deep down inside.
We are very big believers that the only reason that we're still successful is because of the community. Having, I'm pretty sure with you on the journey, your Facebook group and what you do and your podcast,
and I am enough
and all that. That probably helps you, both of you, on your journeys. Us having the Wellness Warriors Facebook group, our Instagram, our TikTok, our body helps us maintain our lifestyle. So if you're out there and you're going, I wish I had, you have this community, just reach out. There's so many ways you can join, so many places on Facebook. Find your right place to be able to join a community that can support you, and go to workshops that also help you out.
Definitely.
As well. Workshops are amazing for sure.
And you don't even need to be an active member of the community. You can be sitting there in silence and still gain so much.
Oh, yeah. I always tell people, I know you need support right now. Wait until the end of the workshop, right? Take in everything what people are sharing, right? And maybe at the end, you don't even have any questions because you're satisfied, you're full, right? Just by listening, right? By listening. And I just want to stress that when people are celebrating, don't be intimidated by that because you're not there. Right? But rather allow that celebration to ignite the fire that you have as well, right? Because when we celebrate, we want everybody to celebrate and we want everybody to surf that wave, right? So it's important not to be intimidated, but to surf the wave with everybody, because when you do that, you get that fire as well, right? And then that's when you get the inspiration on your own journey. Right?
Oh, I love that you just said that, Sergio. That is so true. So true.
So I have a question for you both. So what do you struggle with the most on your journey? What is the thing you struggle with the most?
Tracking. I freaking hate tracking, man. Insert F word. I hate tracking.
Us too. Join the club. Join the club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we say tracking is a love-hate relationship, right? You either love it,
you either love it or you despise it. And so Agnes and us, we're gonna go on a trip together because all three of us are like, eh.
And don't track anything.
Nope.
Yeah, me, it's not tracking because tracking for me is no big deal. I've been doing it for a while now, but I think it's keeping that image. You know, I'm a coach. You know, there are a lot of people that reach out to me, so sometimes it's hard to, you know, because I also have down days and, you know, depressing days and lonely days. So it's hard to keep that image and a face all the time, right? So I just want everybody to know that I'm also human. I also cry. You know, I'm there for everybody, but, you know, I'm human, right? So don't think Sergio's a superhero or Sergio is, oh, this person, lift him up on the pedestal. No, I'm a human. I'm a member. So I also have, you know, down days. It's so I struggle with that for sure.
I love that you're sharing that because we openly share that we are also, because people look, you're in the same boat as we are, because even though you get the coach and the aspect that you're also on social media, so you get both whammies at the same time. And people seem to think that if you're a coach, you're perfect.
Right.
That you know all the secrets.
And you have all the answers.
You have all the answers, and you know the secret sauce and the secret formula. And
they gave you the pill when you walked in the door.
But you're hired, here's the pill, right? That's not how it is. And I love that you're sharing that because you know what? We're all human. There's no one out there that is always positive and happy. We all struggle in moments in our lives. And I think that you sharing this today is an amazing thing because even people that came here tonight might not even know that you struggle sometimes. So I love that you shared that. Want to ask the next question, honey?
Sure. I would love to ask the next question. So, who or what inspires you?
It's for both of you as well.
Well, we inspire each other for sure. We inspire each other. I mean,
that's kind of a together thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Besides other people, you know, just focusing on each other right now. Like Agnes has a tough job. Like she drives a bus, right, for a lot of hours, like 8, 9, 10 hours, right, and she doesn't get breaks, right?
Wow.
To be able to do this journey and to be able to eat properly, while driving a bus and not being
super successful at that.
Oh, well, you are like, you have to look at, you know, at the picture, right?
Yeah.
You know, she's not home where she can work things out and plan things out. She's on the bus, and the moving bus with people, right? It doesn't have any breaks, right? So I look up to her that she can still do this journey while, you know, doing her job, right?
And Agnes, I want to make sure you realize that you are doing the greatest you can. You can't look at yourself and say, I'm not I saw your comment there and your body language saying, well, I'm okay. No, you are doing, because this is life. Like a lot of us think like you can't expect life to be cookie cutter, and you're doing the best you can in the situation you're in. And that's an amazing thing. You can't downgrade your own journey because I'm not the same as Sergio beside me, or I'm not the same as.
I'm not necessarily downgrading it. It's just like I have to deal with it with what I have, right?
Right. Love it.
And I'm still learning on how to deal with that. Like, I mean, he says I don't get breaks. Like, that's not entirely 100%. Like, I get some breaks and not like consistently. It just depends on the work. Some work, if you work in the evenings, you literally don't get a break, but you have like 5 minutes, at each end to like nibble on something or.
Again, you're not enjoying your meal, right? Somebody comes in the bus, you got to stop eating. Right, because
like stuff it down as fast as you can,
right?
too, right?
What's the word you picked? Perspective. Yeah. So.
I'm like, what? Yeah, perspective.
So you have to look at the perspective. For sure.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. But I've changed a lot from actually before the pandemic, because I was really hard on myself for kind of like an image thing, like he was talking about, where I was hard on myself because I live with a coach. He's a coach and he's a goal. He got goal in 6 months, and I'm here going 3 years, and I lost like 15 pounds, and then I gained 10, and then I lost 5, and then I get, you know what I mean? And it's just like, what's my problem? I live with a freaking coach. Then I had to kind of like take a step back, and the community had a lot to do with that as well, going to the virtual workshops and all that kind of stuff. realize like this is my own journey. He's on his own journey, and like I know what my problem is, and I eat a lot of freaking chocolate. Okay, so if I cut out the chocolate, I am like
Agnes. You and I are the same person. You're just a woman, and I'm a man. Because the same thing. I get it. But I love what you just said. I love that you just said, we live together. We're on our own journey, but it took me a while to realize that I need to do my own thing and figure it out. We can still work at it together. And it doesn't mean as a couple, it's going to be as easy as everybody thinks it is, even though we are in the same household. There are still the ups and downs.
Yeah.
And one might not be struggling while the other one is, and vice versa.
Exactly.
He doesn't like chocolate. But
Me
he
neither.
loves ice cream.
I love ice cream though.
I
That's
don't
my
like
kryptonite.
ice cream so much, but I love chocolate.
I love cheese.
Everybody has their kryptonite.
Exactly. So true.
Yeah, I'm a big cheese fan. That's why I said I ate a brick of cheese New Year's Eve. I literally ate a brick of cheese on my own New Year's Eve because I love cheese. I can swim in it. Oh, cheese. My grandmother used to call me a mouse when I was a kid because I ate so much cheese. So
I have another question for both of you that I'd love to ask. What is your number one tip that you would give to someone starting their health and wellness journey?
I think I'm going to steal yours, but find yourself an accountability buddy. I think that's really helped me with tracking, because I have a couple people that I send my tracker to, and that's it just started like a week ago. So, and I do it every day, because if I don't send it, they send me theirs, and I'm like, damn, I gotta do the tracker. So then I do the tracker, and you know what I mean? It makes me think, because if honestly, and I'm sure a lot of people are the same, if you don't track, you think you less than you do.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Oh, I didn't eat that much, and then when I actually write it down, I'm like, oh shit, like a lot of stuff I ate, not realizing it. So I think that one thing is it kind of keeps you accountable.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. I love the fact that it was accountability, finding someone to be accountable to other than who you live with, somebody else.
Exactly. Yeah, besides being, accountable or having the community, which is powerful, I think is because it took me 6 months to get to lifetime, right? It was not really realistic journey, right? So when I got to lifetime, and maybe a couple of months later, it kind of hit the wall kind of thing, right? Because it was a fast thing. I didn't get to learn much. It was just go, 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 right? Lose weight, lose weight, lose weight. So it was not so much the mindset, right? So I think keeping the journey realistic, right? And if it's not a realistic journey, you're going to hit the wall hard, right? And then you're going to freak out, and then you're going to give up. So keeping, whatever you do, exercise, food, you have to keep it realistic. You have to be kind to yourself, right? So keeping the journey realistic for me is huge, because a lot of times I struggle, right? A lot of times I feel like eating whatever, right? And I can't pick myself up, right? Because I'm human, right? So keeping it real, I think, is one of my things that I
love that.
That's a great tip.
Because it's part of what made us successful this time, because we were on the unrealistic journey, like you were saying, lose 3 hours at the gym, eat salads, like the typical I'm on a diet kind of mentality. And because that's what we were taught growing up.
We, like you just said, you lose so much out of the journey when you're forcing yourself to do something that you can't sustain forever.
Yeah.
When you're on this journey and you're just so focused on that end goal, but you miss everything else. Someone posted a TikTok person, Eliza something, in our group earlier today. And she was talking about how, all she did for years out of her life was eat salad. She goes, I would go to people's house for dinner and have my own salad that I'd bring in my bag with me and eat my salad. I would go to the movies. I'd sit in the movie theater. Everyone was having popcorn and I'd eat my salad. I'd go this and I'd have my salad. And she's like, you know what I missed? If you look on my Google,
Instagram.
It was Google. Her
Google?
Google Drive, every single picture of every single moment was always a picture of that goddamn salad. It wasn't about the people that I was with. It wasn't what I missed out on so many moments because all I thought about was the food I was eating. And I left everything, all the joy that I should be experiencing as I'm going through my journey, that was all pushed aside. And it's so important to have that joy and experience those moments.
We always tell people you have to make this journey fun.
Yes.
If what you're doing today you hate, the second you have a bad day, a bad moment, a bad week, you will stop doing that thing you hate because you won't want to go back. But if you find foods you love, the activities you enjoy, the community that sustains you, the accountability partner that helps you along, when you get those rough days, one of those might bring you out of it because you enjoy it so much. And that's what's key about this. If you're doing everything you hate, you won't get out of it because you won't go back to doing it, what you were doing before. So I love that.
That was fantastic.
So you want me to ask the question?
Sure, you can go.
So I have a question for you both. So what can you do now that you could never do before?
I can run.
Whoa! That's amazing.
I did. I always wanted to do because he ran like he's been running since he was in grade 6, I think.
Oh
right?
wow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't even run for like 30 seconds because I'm like, you know. And then
I love that.
Lisa was the first one I think that did the couch to 5K, and I'm like, oh, and I can do it too. Like I'm gonna try it, and I did it, and I can run for 40 minutes now.
Wow.
Although I haven't run in a while, but I can do it.
Are you patting yourself on the back?
I haven't ran in a while either. Believe it's snowy outside. That's my excuse. It's cold. That's why I'm not running. How about you, Sergio?
For me, was 2X, and I'm a small.
Wow.
So fitting into that small. How many times I still have to convince myself that I'm a small. I have this better small shirt that I put on to convince myself that I'm still a small. Or, I'll play with my ring and I take it out because my ring before was like getting into my finger. Now I can take it out, no problem. So fitting. I lost 60 pounds.
Oh wow!
So going in from an to a small was great. So feeling good. Like I put on a piece suit for my sister's wedding, and I felt good in it, right? And that's a great feeling.
I love you both sharing these stories because a lot of people in this room probably get like, oh, I would love to try to run one day, or I can't wait to fit in a smaller size. I know for us, I fit in the medium now, and I still can't believe I fit in the medium. So it's like it's like a woo-woo moment.
I love that you said, I'm not at goal, I'm nowhere, but I'm still doing things that I've never been able to do before. So it doesn't matter where you are on your journey, you can still do things you've never done before. That is huge. That's absolutely huge. And never forget that.
So I know we were talking about, accountability partners and WW workshops and all that, but how has the community helped you on your journey? Has it been something that's important to you? Do you think that people need it to be able to be successful?
Absolutely. It's very inspiring, motivational to like I have a friend who lost a lot of weight herself. She didn't do WW, but she does a lot of exercise. She's in our group just for the inspiration. Like she loves seeing all the posts and just what people have to share. And like I didn't go to very many workshops in person just because of my work schedule. It never sometimes I would just drive to Pickering just to weigh in, and because I was starting work a little later or I had a split or something. But I very rarely actually got to go to workshops just because nothing ever worked out for my hours. So on a virtual, doing all these virtuals, I can log in from my car driving home. And I do sometimes when I'm driving somewhere a little further, like I'll just jump on. I won't even put my camera on. I'll just jump on and listen. And it just kind of, take a step back and just listen. And if you're struggling, it just kind of helps you refocus on things.
Definitely.
Yeah, I love community. Like it's done so much to me as a member, also as a coach. I need it. As a coach, I need it. As a member, I need it. These people smiling and uplifting each other, supporting each other. Like it's just an amazing, especially in these, almost 2 years of COVID.
Yeah.
Like, how would we survive without the community? I think of that. How would I survive COVID if there was community that we have now? There was nothing, right? Like, I know people from BC, from PEI, from the United States. Like community just blew up, right? It's so amazing that, and the bros too. We have a little group of guys that we chat every day. It's amazing. It's amazing. The community is definitely something we all need in our journey. It's massive.
Yeah, it's almost like
go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Agnes, please.
It's almost like if when you hear someone struggling, or when you don't see somebody come to a workshop that they normally come to, you reach out and you're like, are you okay? Is everything okay? I haven't seen you in a while. And there was a member who was sharing in a workshop a couple of weeks ago, and I swear it was kind of like everything she was saying was like me, like the way her struggles, and I just messaged her and I was like, do you have an accountability buddy? And she's like, no, I don't. I'm like, would you like one? And she's like, I would love one. So now we send our trackers and we talk, and it's like, and if she didn't, then that would be totally okay too. But at least is that person offering to help you in a way, right? And I've had people, because with my schedule, sometimes I don't go to the workshop. Like, I try to go to his, but sometimes I don't. And then people are, messaging, are you okay? Is everything okay? I haven't seen you in a while.
Does he get you in trouble when you don't show up at his workshop?
No, he's told so much not to come because I talk too much. I'm kidding.
The truth comes out.
I love what you guys just said there, because in my mind, when I see community and I hear community, if it wasn't for that big pillar of community that holds every other pillar up, that's what holds. You remove that community and all the pillars seem to crumble, because without the foundation of community there, and I'll say this, the foundation of community above, and the mindset pillar that overlays everything else is what sandwiches it in, and that's what makes a good journey. And I'm not even saying successful journey, because a successful journey is not about the weight lost on the scale. A successful journey is feeling good about yourself, making good choices, feeling good about the choices you made.
So we have people in chat talking about your show. So how did you start doing your Facebook page, your group? How did you start all of this, Sergio? Because you're everywhere. Like, you want to share a bit about those shows you do?
Sergio is popular.
Before I say that, I just want to say I got to meet Matilda, right? I want to be able to meet Matilda. I saw that comment, Matilda. I want to be able to meet Matilda and Stephen from BC, right? Like, community is just a beautiful thing, right? It's one big fan. Yeah, I know, exactly.
We did too.
Yeah. Right, I will now be able to meet Antoinetta when I was subbing in for Paula in Stouffville, right? Like, community is just massive.
Yeah.
And speaking of community, I met Kevin, because of the community, right? Because of getting together going through so many workshops, right, and getting to know different people, and I became really good friends with Kevin. And I was at his house, and I'm like, I want to do something more than just the workshops, right? I want people to get to know other people more than they talk a little bit on the workshops. Let's introduce people to other people. Let's we know each other's names, right? We know a little bit about each other, but we don't know what's going on in that person's journey, really, right? So I reached out to Woody and I said, let's just start a show, right? And he's like, well, so I'm a convincer, right? I'm a convincer. So I twisted his arm, and he was like, all right, yeah, exactly. I twisted his arm. Then like, okay, so what's the name? And I have no idea, right? He's like, I just came up with this new song that I just wrote. Like, it was like fresh, right? And I'm like, okay, let's listen to the song. He's like, I haven't played it for anybody yet. All right, I'm gonna play it. He grabs his guitar, starts playing the song. It was just amazing. I Am Enough.
The pillow right behind you. I know it's there.
Yes. Whoa.
And that's the name of the show.
Yeah. So if you want to find Sergio's and Woody's show on Facebook, just look for I Am Enough.
And it's Mondays at 8:00 or 7:00.
7:00.
7:00 on Mondays, right?
Yeah, Eastern time.
But his Serge is always even when he started his On a Fun Journey group, he's just sitting and he's like, I want to inspire people. I want to do more. Like, what can I do? And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, I'm like, you're already a coach. Like you have, you're inspiring people during the workshop. No, I want to do more. I want to inspire people more. I'm like, I don't know, start a group. And he did. And it, it's kind of like you guys do.
Well, you know what? It's funny because it's so true, Agnes, what you just said. When you build something, people will come.
Yeah.
It's like that whole Field of Dreams concept. You put something out into the universe and it just happens. And you have that, Sergio, from the day we met you, we fell in love with you. We're like, damn it, he's straight.
I know. I know. Damn it.
Damn it. He's so cute. But no, in the sense that you have such a welcoming, loving personality, and it's normal for people to be drawn to you. And the fact that you want to help others and you want to inspire others. And I hate the word help because help always makes it feel like there's weakness out there.
Right.
And it's not help, it's guide, it's inspire, it's lead by example. And leading by example doesn't mean we always make the right choices. It just means we ask for the guidance that we need when we need it. And you do it and you live it every day. And a lot of people made comments in the chat room as well about that sign behind you. And I'm going to read it out loud because it is amazing. It says, "We never give up. We always forgive. We keep our promises. We always have fun, but above all, we love." And
there's a lot more to it. See, look.
Oh, it's even higher. Oh my goodness. Look at how that is an amazing in this house, but it doesn't, that's even just that last part. What does that mean about, like, to me, when I was thinking about you guys talking about community, it's about love. It's how much we love each other. And when one person is up, we celebrate them. But when one person is down, we raise them up.
Yes.
We raise them up.
So I just shared in chat for anybody wondering, I shared Sergio's group On a Fun Journey. So if you want to join his Facebook group, and Paula shared the I Am Enough talk show link as well.
Woo-hoo!
So they're both in chat.
Thank you, Paula.
If you want to join those and get some more inspiration, please do so.
Thank you so much for featuring us on the
Yes.
this
Yes,
mic drop moment.
Drop, mic.
We were only supposed to be one, right? Sorry.
We talk a lot. It's just, it's
That
what we
was
do.
awesome, guys. I don't know if you guys could see us in the background when you guys were talking.
No, we couldn't.
My smile was from the ear to ear. It was just amazing. It was awesome.
We were talking to ourselves and they were like, okay, is that good?
Did we
Did
say what we were supposed to?
Bye. And it's like, okay, I guess we did okay.
It was really fun. It was great. We love doing stuff like that too.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so cool about this community. And I love this. I love that you guys have created your show. And I think that is so amazing because the more people that do this, the more we inspire, the more people get touched, the more people get what they need
to go on their own journeys, to be able to be not just successful at weight loss, but we both believe that this journey is not just about weight loss. It's about health. It's about loving yourself.
Yeah.
It's about going from that person who is not proud of themselves and possibly by learning from other people and realizing we all struggle similarly, that you're not alone with those struggles and that you are perfect the way you are. You just need to love yourself for the way you are.
And the byproduct of that is if you do end up shedding a few pounds, woo-hoo! Right?
So we want to thank you both so much for joining us
this
tonight.
Was awesome. I love that both of you were here too.
I know. Agnes messaged yesterday, I have to work. I might be late. We're like, that's okay. Drive slowly. Don't speed. Be safe. You'll make it.
She's like driving down the street with the bus going, I'm going to make it home.
I'm a TTC driver.
All of our people are still in your driveway going,
they're all in the bus going,
are we going? Where are we?
What stop are we at? Thank you both so much.
Thanks again for being here, guys. You guys are amazing. Love you to death. And you know what? Everybody go check out I Am Enough. Check out the On a Fun Journey. They are a fantastic group of people. Thank you, Agnes. Thank you, Sergio.
Have a great night and we'll see you around.
Yeah, we'll definitely see you around.
And this Tuesday, your transformation picture will be
featured
on our social account. So it'll be out Tuesday. Thank you guys so much.
My kids always said, Daddy, you had a round head.
Well, mine became oval.
Like I'm dumpy. And I mean, me too.
And you still fall in love with me.
Agnes, I will say this. When you sent us the pictures, I went, Wow, what a difference. Like, obvious Sergio, but you as well, huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge. So
Yeah.
be definitely proud of what you've accomplished.
Yeah.
Even if you say it's been the ups and downs,
that's journey.
That's your journey.
That's your journey.
And be so proud.
Be so proud of yourself, okay?
You're amazing.
Love you both.
Thank you.
Love you
You're
guys.
so welcome.
Thank you guys. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome. No, thank you for coming. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us on your show. So that was the Agnes and Sergio show.
Well, that's what we want it to be about, guys.
Yeah.
We honestly love.
That's why we changed our show.
We love
That's why we changed
talking
it.
to other people and having other people celebrate themselves. Because guess what? Even Sergio and Agnes need those moments of inspiration. And to have someone spotlight them makes them feel like, wow, look how far I have become. They're probably going, I can't believe I just said that. I can't believe we do it ourselves. Like when we did the mic drop moments, we were like, I can't believe that came out of my mouth.
Well, we saw it after, like, oh, I can't believe I said that.
And I can't,
because you talk sometimes because we talk a lot and we don't hear ourselves.
No.
So we don't watch ourselves ever. So we never really get to see what we say.
I would have loved to ask Sergio again. Sergio, do you ever rewatch your shows?
Oh, he says yes. He says
we
yes.
don't.
We never do.
Like,
We've never rewatched.
I wish we could rewatch and just watch the person we're interviewing.
The only stuff we rewatch is our vacations. Our vacation videos we rewatch over and over again just to have the memories of where we went.
But and it's funny though, if I do rewatch something, I fast forward our part and watch what the people are saying.
Yeah, we don't want to hear ourselves.
It's just weird.
I know, it's
like one
weird.
Of those weird things.
And you know, I've heard that from even actors. Like I've heard actors say they never watch their movies.
Or
so I don't know why we just don't like watching.
We're actors, trust me.
No, we just don't like watching ourselves. Like it's literally. I know it's weird. We just don't. I don't
mind a picture of me, but I don't like watching me talk because I just don't shut up.
So this was an amazing show tonight.
It was awesome. I'm so glad
you
were
both
here
having joined us tonight. I'm actually going to pull up our notes.
Yes, definitely. And we have some news. Guess what, everybody? We have a new blogger on our website, jeanlucandnick.com. We have Sandra DiDomenico. She is going to be our Saturday blogger. It's going to be Spice it up with Sandra Saturdays beginning on January 22nd. So she will be our regular blogger on Saturdays when she's available. So once again, just like all of our bloggers, we leave it up to them. They pick their date. If they want to put a blog up weekly, they can do it. If they want to do bi-weekly, monthly, it's up to them.
We don't write, so we get other people to write.
We get other people to write at all, and they love it. And it's just a great place to share different people's journeys and different people's perspective on the journey. Yeah. Don't forget, special guests coming, and you guys have been waiting for this for quite some time. His name was mentioned earlier today. Bill and Hetty
are coming on January 23rd. So next Sunday, they are our guests.
So excited to have
one of our bloggers.
Yes, Bill's our very first blogger.
Yeah, the first blogger. And then we have Maureen Stolt from Virginia Beach joining us on January 29th. Her journey is amazing, guys. Wow. We got her before picture and our jaws dropped.
Well, I've
only seen her tiny.
Yeah, we've only seen her as Maureen, who we see now doing Step with us.
And now it's insane to see the before pictures and see where she's come from. So we'll talk to her on January 29th. And then February 6th is our second blogger, Rosie, will actually be our guest on our show.
And we're going to be talking to her about her journey and how it's transformed a little bit from going from meatitarian to a vegetarian to a vegetarian. So how has that been working for her? Because you know what? Everybody's journey is a good journey, and everybody makes choices. And I want to know what it's all about. I want to see how it's been working for her.
Yeah, and we have a bunch of guests lined up for February. I don't have all the names yet because we're still finalizing some people. Some of you are in this chat room right now. One of you right now.
We even have possibly someone, fingers crossed, we're working with someone who is a Reiki, who does Reiki and actually does hypnosis as well for smoking and so on and so forth. We're in the works of speaking to someone with that. We have our deaf real estate agent, Tristan.
We have lots of guests coming.
A lot of guests coming about different journeys.
If you want to share your journey, send us an email, hello@jeanlucandnick.com. Let us know about your journey. It doesn't have to be a weight loss journey. It could be, I had cancer and I survived it. I had heart issues. I survived it. I was in a car crash. I think
Susan's in the room. We're reaching out to you really soon, Susan. It's already been on our list. Hopefully,
and also Paul and Nisha as well.
Paul and Nisha, definitely.
So we have lots of guests lined up. Like we said, we enjoy interviewing. We realized last year that doing the Have You Met made us gave us joy.
Yeah.
Made our show enjoyable for us.
Made
and
it fun.
We've changed our show to be this. Our Saturdays are now where we weigh in, and Sundays is now where we do interviews with people that we admire and we love. On screen now, you have our socials. So if you want to find us on Facebook, look for Jean-Luc and Nick, the Wellness Warrior VIPs for our Facebook group, or the Wellness Warriors for our Facebook page.
And then you can always send us, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest. TikTok and Instagram are going really big right now because we're loving it.
We're posting there daily.
At Jean-Luc and Nick, our website at jeanlucandnick.com. If you want to check out our shop, we post all sorts of foods or things
Products
that we
buy.
buy on Amazon. You can check it out there.
T-shirts are coming
and
soon.
T-shirts are coming soon. Promise. Love, love, love. Yes. And then also our recipes, jeanlucandnick.com / recipes.
Then you can also send us mail. Jean-Luc loves letters. So if you want to send him a letter, just email it, mail it to P.O. Box 91152, Bayview Village, Willowdale, Ontario, Canada, M2K2Y6, or you can send us email
at hello@jeanlucandnick.com. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday evening. Remember, above all, love.
Yes, love yourself.
Love yourself now, back then, and forever.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good night. Bye, Facebook.